Let's get this going. It's your boy Marquis Say, boom, baby, boom. Right. Let's get some shine here, shall we? Let's get some shine. And shine. That's right. Where's that shine at? It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I am Mark Saint. I am Saint's addiction. I had to get real with my addiction so I could be successful. I had to learn new tricks, and today, while I will roll my morning blunt here in Brazil, we're going to have a conversation to ourselves, to the world, about being real with ourselves. And the thing that I find amazing is in the world of technology and everybody can get a YouTube degree, how come we're not learning new tricks? Okay, old dogs, let's do some new tricks. Cue the intro. Boom, baby. Let's get in this. Your boy saying it's nice and sore. Had 2 massages yesterday, breaded shrimp, motherfucking friends, smoking these big old blunts. I've been rolling these big old Cuban cigars with fucking good old American weed right here. I guess just show it off. Boom. Boom. We be rolling them. We be smoking them. And we be happy. Also, we be learning. And that's what we had to have this conversation this morning is how many of you guys are actually learning new tricks? I find it interesting that we'll go into preparatory school, right? You get preparatory school, you'll go to elementary school and get the basics. A lot of this is memorization, especially our current school system, which needs an overhaul and revamp. But this is the point. When you get a chance, especially with this much information, to be anything you want to be, it's always shocking to me that people only choose like one thing, right? When they ask you, what do you do for a living, right? And I always tell them, I do whatever I want, and you should too. And they're like, that's a good answer. So I'll be at the convention. They're like, what do you do? Trying to like pre-qualify me if I'm worth talking to, or if what region manager I need to talk to instead of being a human. Anyway, my point is this, is that I do many things. And honestly, you can too and should. And that's what I tell these people. When they ask me, what do you do? I'm like, whatever I want, and you should too. They're like standing there and they're not doing exactly what they want. And that kind of shocks them. So when I ask people, are what you're doing making you happy? And their response is little to none. It's shocking. It's shocking to me that there's a lot of people out there that aren't rising and shining, that they're not doing what, in essence, their soul is meant to do, right? Each one of us has a purpose. We all have a purpose. This purpose that binds us, right? Like pre-wedding means, hold on a sec, see? That's it. I pre-wet the bleezy my kneesy, you know what I'm saying? That way it's nice and supple when I get to it, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, if anybody's ever had a chance to fuck with these tobacco leaves, they're really real tobacco leaves. So this is very interesting. These were 8 reais each, and I ran out of blunt wraps. I lost my blunt wraps. Where's that? And now it's right here in my hands. Getting ready for a big old morning bleezy. We're getting fresh fruits and everything. So it's important to stay healthy, y'all. It's important for all of us to get inside of our lives and say, okay, this is my shell. What kind of upgrades will I get? And that's what I was talking about this morning with my homies is in the future. I was watching a future movie, right? And in the future, we'll have motherfucking upgrades, bro. We will be upgrading ourselves, our stomachs, our eyes, our brains. These situations, these softwares will be human applied eventually, right? So then it's like, this is our humanity now. And humanity's always looked for upgrades. Since like the 80s and 90s, everybody was trying to get boob jobs, and now we're doing 21st century Neuralinks. And I believe that the humans would have upgrades. But that's our mentality, right? Our mentality is to just get it, right? Like we just all of a sudden get a skill set. It's not that we actually have to earn it and that we can just download it and then the app is ours, right? Free of charge, boom, 30 seconds later, have information. But that's not how life works, right? That's not how information works in our brains. We actually have to experience something for our brains to retain it. So it doesn't help me if you learn it. It only helps me if I learn it. So here's the cue. Here's the cue and the rub is, why haven't you learned new tricks? Like, what out there? And there's a lot of skill sets, so I don't want to even hear it. Like, oh, I always wish I could fly a plane. I'm going to speak for myself. I still need to get on that. You know what I mean? I still need to get on that. And that's just for my own personal freedom. But for you, our lives, there's YouTube out there, man. You can get a degree online. You can figure something out. Where are my old dogs with new tricks? Where's the future where people actually bring up new skill sets? And this is important because that's what life's going to take. Each time you get a new experience comes a new skill set, whether it's math, geography, art, linguistics, people skills. There's a lot of skill sets out there. And it's shocking to me that people stay in their same skill sets. And I'm like, learn a new trick, bro. You know yourself more than anybody. You know your habits more than anybody. That's why we call it Saints Addiction. I had to get real with my habits. I'm right here in the morning, every morning, sitting in front of this Frisbee, rolling bleezies. You know, I know my habits. I do this show every morning for 10 years. I know my habits, but I made this a habit. Just like I undid the old habits and I empowered the habits that I wanted and I decommissioned the ones that weren't working for me. And that's what I highly suggest to people. You want to travel the world? You want to see and experience life on its edge? Do you want to boldly go? This is the channel for you. This is what we do over here at Travel by Saints. We get back to the places that have given us so much. And this is such an experience, you know, and too much is given to me. So I'm extremely grateful individual. I'm extremely giving individual because so much has been given to me. I don't need 10 of everything, right? I bought 80 shirts here. I'm not wearing 80 shirts. I'm cutting all my shipping or my I guess it's shipping, all my luggage in half. As soon as I got here, it's like, here, take this clothes. Here, take this, take that. Give away. Here you go. Here's some more stuff. Here's a cell phone. Here's a laptop. Here's what saints do. We give because we've been given so much. Stingy, right? And greedy is out there. The people that be like, yo, give me all the gold or keep me on top of the pile. I wanted to share the pile. And I wanted to share the experience with all my friends. It's so important to me that we live this experience so in harmony, right? Not everything has harmony. There will be chaos. That's just part of the addiction and Saints addiction in life. There's always going to be a dark side to everything and everyone. But on the light side, as we're speaking today, this morning, yeah, learn a new trick. So there are so many dark sides, you know, having coping mechanisms for our emotions so we don't keep slipping and sliding. All of us know our own mental state. All of us know what we're meant to do. It's how many of us have the balls to do that? How many of us have the balls to go get a new skill set? I remember, what was it? I think it was Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts, and the character is trapped in a relationship. So she starts swimming. The guy is a real control freak. So, you know, everybody thinks, oh, perfect life, you got all this money. But this dude, like, you can't even keep the cans without it facing out. Like, super OCD, super crazy. Anyway, my point being is that she starts swimming. And she's not just swimming for sport. She's swimming for her life. So that way, this dude one day thinks that she died, leaves her the fuck alone, and she can go get a whole new life. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to train yourself so you can get a whole new life? Are you willing to go swimming in the ocean for days on end, months on end, so you become a good swimmer so you can fake your own death? I mean, that's an extreme point, but like, this is some random stuff that came into my head. Like, this is how real it gets. You know, this is how real life gets when we get real with our lives. So I want you to get real with your life and say, hey, what new skill sets do I need up in this brain so I can succeed up in this life? And that's your morning marijuana motivation. On my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saint, Saints Addiction. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. I do want to see you on the other side. I do want to see people traveling. That's Travel by Saints. Go ahead, give Instagram a like. This is Saints Addiction. If you're already not liking and subscribing, please do. And that way you can share the information with somebody that really needs it. And that's why I do it. So peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. See you on the other side. Ciao. Bella. Bello. See you. Adios.